He did.
I hope that
I
worked.
didn't know what to say. It was very awkward for both of us. I was about to leave, but he asked me to stay. When I said it was funny you asked me that question, it was because he asked me the same. He then went on to ask me if I had recovered from my own kidnapping.
What was your answer?
Your Majesty, I didn't suffer as much as your son did. Lalotte did love me, in her own twisted way. She did protect me. I wasn't treated as a slave, but as her son.
Didn't you ever feel she wasn't your true mother?
It was hard to tell. I guess sometimes I did, but I got used to it. That was something Alexander told me he never did. He somehow knew he had a family out there. He could never bear the thought of never seeing them. You.
Maybe that's why he escaped while you stayed.
In my case, it was Rosella who made me see. Who gave me the strength to do something about it. But for Alex, it was another story.
Has Alexander talked to you more about it since that night?
No. I never expected him to say anything the first time either.
I must tell you, I had my doubts about you and Rosella.
Why?
Don't get me wrong, but Rosella is such an adventurous young lady, and you seem more moderate than she.
We always meet at a middle point. I must say, though, that most of the times I find myself dragged into her crazy ideas.
Yeah.
Do you remember the celebrations following the restoration of the Mask of Eternity?
Yes, you weren't able to go because it was you in that disguise, wasn't it?
I thought it was a little too crazy at the time, but that's Rosella. She formulated that whole plan of me going to the celebration in disguise so as not to attract attention to us. Or that's what she said. I just think she did it for the sake of excitement. It's not that I'm blaming her or something, and it seemed to work too. No one seemed to even glance at me. You don't know what a relief it was, not to be gawked at like some expensive painting, or to be asked questions about when Rosella and I were going to be married. It all seems a little silly to me now, but boy, she is so determined. She was always pulling me into these little plots of hers.
That sounds like a perilous life you're looking forward to.
Well, maybe I'm not looking to stick my head in a thorn bush. But I do want Rosella to be my wife.
Let me tell you something, my child. Rosella is probably the bravest young woman I have ever seen. And I'm not telling you because she's my daughter. Why, most of the time, I wish she was just a regular girl.
Well, that's everything she's not.
She has her own way of loving. And if you got her to settle her head down and get married, she must love you incredibly.
I think she does.
I'm sure she does.
Oh. Oh, wow.
What do the people of your homeland think of your marriage to Rosella?
There were a lot of different reactions when my father made the announcement. Some of the fairies laughed, some cheered,
Well.
some shouted at me.
Why would they do that?
Well,
Racist.
you have to keep in mind that I'm not human.
Racist.
I'm a fairy that looks human,
Racist.
like my Aunt Militia. And a fairy marrying a human may seem ridiculous to some of the
Racist.
higher citizens of Etheria.
It's not how everyone else feels about what you choose, but what your heart tells you, lad. That's all that matters.
It took me a while to realize that, but my love for Rosella made me see it that way. My family is possibly closer to humanity than most of the supernatural beings. We think that humans and fairies couldn't survive without each other. That seems like a perfectly good reason to marry Rosella to me. Besides, even before I knew who I really, was, I knew that I loved her.
That's how I've always felt about my Valenice.
And the sex that she probably
I
gives
loved
you.
her the
Just
moment I
saying.
saw her.
Just saying. Just saying.
Keep your hopes up, Edgar. And soon you and Rosella will be together again, as it should be.
Thank you for saying that, Your Majesty. I can only hope that she will be well again soon.
Text message. Strange.
Son, I know I already asked you this, but you didn't get to see the stranger's face?
I gazed at it, the little I could see under that hood. But my eyes were locked up in his eyes. Red, scary eyes. Just thinking of those eyes sends shivers down my spine.
Did he look human?
I was about to say
pussy.
that. No, not at all. But then again, I just couldn't tell. It was evil. That's all I know.
Oh, you pussy. I mean, okay. The Green
What do you
Isles.
think of the Green Isles?
It's different. Different from any land I've ever seen before. Different from Temir. Different from Eldritch. Different from Etheria. But I think I love it.
You're not alone there.
It's just that... what's happened here? Why? Why did this have to happen? Such a beautiful day. Ruined entirely.
Well, the
I'm
world
trying
is
to answer that
unfair.
question myself, but I'm most certain that things always happen for a reason. What the reason is, we have yet to see.
I don't see any worthy reasons for this to happen.
Sometimes we can't see them, not right away. There are acting forces greater than us after all. The fates can be mysterious.
Couldn't this just be explained by pure evil?
Perhaps. But what seems evil at first often leads to something good, if we are determined enough to change it.
It's hard for me to see it that way. But you do have more experiences than I do.
Rosella's awareness.
Did you mention any of this to Rosella?
No, I didn't want to weigh Rosella down with these stories. I don't think she's aware of this. She's very proud of him. She says she always knew he was alive, and she'd dream about meeting him. And over the years, she created this image of him in her mind.
I'm happy to know that they get along so well.
Rosella insists that he should talk more, and sometimes she wishes he would tell her more about his past. But her love for him is pure. She even told me once that one of the reasons she rejected me the first time we met in Temir was because she couldn't bear the feeling that she was going to be separated so soon from her brother, after having just met him.
I know how true that is. After she came back from Temir, they would spend all their time together, day and night. Rosella was eager to show Alexander every hidden corner of Daventry, even when Alexander would sometimes prefer to stay alone reading, or be in the company of his mother.
Rosella says he's very close to the Queen.
Yes, while Rosella and I are much alike, Alexander really enjoys the company of his mother, and to Valenice this is a treasure, especially after believing him dead for so many years.
Do you think this family... and excuse me for being so bold of calling you my family.
You are one of us, my child.
Do you think
Except
we'll
you're
ever
a
find
fairy.
happiness?
There's
Pun
a
intended.
paradox to that. You couldn't know what happiness is if you don't live through the tougher times like this. They make you stronger, and they make you value those moments of happiness with all your heart.
That is one thing I've learned already. But sometimes it seems as though there are more tough times than good. And we've all had enough of those.
Goodbye.
I'd better be off now.
Farewell, Your Highness. Tell me if there is anything at all I can do to help Rosella.
I will.
Oh man, guys, this game really heavy on the storytelling, and for free. I mean, damn. Whoa. Hello. Brr? The hell is that?
Ah, the wonders of technology. Whoever invented this spraying mechanism must have been a genius.
The bottle is empty.
Oh, okay. I I don't know. I do I,
Grahm considers it, but then decides not to.
is it?
Tick tock, tick tock. Oh, are you done trying crazy things?
You know what? Yes. Yes, I am, lady. Alright, let's go. Okay. But damn, this game is really heavy on the storytelling and the voice acting. Oh. I mean, for a free game, it's... Wait. Can I go in
The
here?
place is still messy from the renovations. It's not safe to go in there, especially without a hard hat.
My head is cool. Alright, let's go. Let's go read up on some books.
What with someone getting into the wedding, and what they did to the king and his sister. On ne peut pas faire grand-chose contre la magie noire. Personne ne l'a vu. Il était juste là. Ne blâme pas pour ça. Fais juste ta job. I know, but if I had just 1 minute with that creep, I'd tell you he'd be sorry then. Oui, désolé qu'il n'était pas endormi à cause de ton échappement. Maintenant, ferme ta boîte. Travaille.
Dad, you speak French?
Greetings.
Bonjour, Votre Majesté.
Oh, that is so cool. I don't know, guys. This game is... I would have expected something like this to sell.
King Grahm has not been admitted into the TSL Asylum yet. For more information about the TSL Asylum, please go to www.tsl-game.com and head to the forums section. Oh, and if you want to hear more about the wonderful narrator, go to www.amycarillo.com. Yes, I know. Shameless self-promotion.
That is...
When Grahm has a need for Sing Sing, he will come to her. Meanwhile, she looks rather busy.
Alright, just making sure. Wait, can I interact with this tree though? I didn't try. I mean, hey, you never know. There might be something in that hole. That's what he said. Yes, I know. I have a mature mind. Jeez. Ah! Aha! I told you! I told you!
Climbing the tree will not help Grahm in his quest.
Screw you, game. Just... screw you. See, I was trying to look smart for everyone, and it just... great. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Let's go read some books. Oh, hate reading. Are they gonna do the reading for me? Just think everyone would know by now my reading is horrible. Alright.
So much knowledge held within these walls. Grahm wonders how many of these books have been victims of Alexander's ferocious hunger for learning. None of the books in that pile catch Graham's attention.
Alright, how about here?
None of the books in that pile catch Graham's attention.
Here? Yes. Yes.
Grahm
Alright.
chooses a book called The Power of Nightshade.
Nightshade. Oh, looks like I'll have to read it. Alright. When the world was new and the gods were young, the Lord of the Dead found himself desiring a wife. It was lonely and dark in his underworld, and as he watched the world above through the soil, he saw Persephone? Yes, Persephone, the daughter of the goddess of spring. He fell in love with the fair, flowery beauty and desired to have her for his wife. He devised a plan to capture her, taking the essence of night and some essence of the spirits of dead maidens. He created a flower, the deadly nightshade. Damn text message. It was beautiful to behold, but could bewitch the mind and lead to death if taken in the high dose. Actually, you know what, guys? I gotta cut off soon. Yes, I'll cut off here, and I'll just come back and wherever I left off. So thanks for watching, everyone, and stay tuned for the next video.